Okay, so it looks like he's out of here now. Great. Why can I not walk? Did he do anything, that goof? No, he didn't do nothing. I thought he didn't gonna do nothing. Other than be stupid. Yeah, he ain't gonna stay there too long, right? No. Actually, I want to check this raft over here real quick, but then I want to go get some, see about getting some plant X seeds. So my plan is, since there's these, I want to get X seeds, but since somebody put X plants around here, I was gonna run it naked, but I figured I'll just take my raft right up in close. So that should, prevent the X plants from harming me. At least that's the thought. I don't know. I'm not sure if they have a base in here, or if they just did it to, mess with people spawning here, possibly to keep people from getting more X plants, because there's a lot of X plants back in here. So I'm not sure, but either way, if I take my raft, I'll be safe. And even if there is a base, I should be able to, I'm gonna check it out. I'm thinking they just did it to mess with people. That's what my guess would be. But we're gonna see. Why can't I get back in here? I thought you could go through all this with a raft. Can you not? Somebody's really putting the X plants, huh? Can't believe this.
So at this point, with my raft completely stuck, I tried doing several things, including demolishing different foundations, logging off, logging on, everything I could think of, and my raft was really stuck. So I decided to just run naked and try to grab some seeds. At least I would have some seeds while I was, halfway nearby. So I managed to get out of there okay, but the more I looked around, I kept finding X plants everywhere. So clearly these guys were building a base somewhere in here. They had X plants pretty much all over this whole swamp, and they were right here, as you can see, they were planting more and more, and they had been here recently. So yeah, they were probably trying to build there. So I figured this was not going to work. There was no way I was going to get any seeds around here, if there even was any. So I decided to try something else. New plan was to just die, spawn over on the south here, as close as I could to another spot of seeds I know, and simply run through the swamp naked, try to grab some seeds. But as I got to the first spot here, there was no seeds there. Somebody must have picked them not long ago. They're in hot demand on this server, no doubt. So my next plan was to run through the swamp naked to the other spots I know and look for seeds there. But as I kept going, I kept finding that the spots where the seeds normally are had been picked. Must have been picked because they weren't there. So I kept having to go further and further. Figured since I was naked, my raft was stuck, this is a good use of my time. Look for some seeds at least, right? Maybe I could at least even just hide them somewhere and come back for them later. So that's what I did. Just continue through the swamp, going to the spots I know have seeds, and hopefully I was going to find some at some point. Got to be very careful as well because capros and all the other creatures in the swamps could easily kill me. Even one bite from a snake, Titanoboa, would knock me out. One bite and I'm sleeping and then I'm dead. So very dangerous, but not too big of a risk as I have no gear on me at this point. I'm simply running around, picking berries, drinking water, looking for seeds, and not finding any. But eventually, I did find some. Finally got to a spot I knew, and this spot had a plant. Thankfully, no one had picked it. So as I started to pick it, out of nowhere comes a snake that almost gets me. I didn't know how it didn't bite me. Before I had the seeds, there comes a snake, and that was close. One bite, like I said, and I'm done. Have to come all the way back. So, couldn't let that snake get me. I knew there was also a Sarco nearby I had seen, so I have to be careful and lure the snake away. And watch out for the Capro over on the right, as you'll see here in a second, right there. Not Capro, Sarco. Lure them both away, and then I could finally get them far enough away where I could go back and get some seeds. At least I'd have some seeds in my possession, which would be very, very important in setting up a long-term base on this server. So, lure these guys away and go back down. Finally, I had my seeds. 44 seeds. That was pretty good. That's enough to get me started. No more looking for now. Now just to try to make it back. And that was going to be a major challenge in itself. I figured I'd try to get back to my raft because I had to get from here all the way over to here. When I finally got back, amazingly I made it back with the seeds. But, as you'll notice here, I was getting detected by a parasaur on the other side of the swamp. So clearly, there was plants shooting at me. Clearly someone was trying or building a base here of some sorts. As you can see here, some kind of structure, some gates, maybe a raft, I wasn't sure, but definitely there was players around, and they were trying to build some kind of a base there. So I figured the best bet was to run over to the water and try to swim across, because they didn't have no X-plants out on the water here, in the ocean, so that seemed to be going okay. Until I looked behind me and saw this guy coming up to me on a frog. Although then it seemed that he turned away, so maybe he was going to leave me alone after all. So if I could make it to the side, get back to my raft, I'd have some seeds. Even though my raft was stuck, I wasn't sure what the plan was, but at least I'd have some seeds because those would be very important. So at this point, things were looking okay. I didn't see Frog Boy. Probably gonna make it as long as I don't die to the piranha, which I was fairly well outpacing them. And I did see a wild Sarco, so hopefully that would be okay. At least, even if I died here, though, I could probably respawn and come back and get my bag. That was that was what I was thinking. But I think I was outpacing the piranha, so that was pretty good for the most part, and just needed to get a little stamina here. All looked well. Don't see Frog Boy, don't see anything wild, so we're looking pretty good. Although then here did come the wild Sarco, so I needed to get moving because he was clearly after me. But I think I avoided him pretty well. Get up in these trees. He won't be able to get to me. Uh-oh. There came somebody there. That was no wild one, was it? That was definitely a player on a Sarco. Probably the player that was on the frog went and got some Sarcos. But if I could avoid this, maybe I could get away. Let me see where he went. Uh-oh. Nope. After all that looking for seeds, all the way coming back, I end up with nothing. That's right. I was pretty low at this point. Didn't know what to do, so I respawned in my raft. Tried it, but my raft was still stuck. Still hopelessly stuck, and there comes Frog Boy back. So probably they were looking for me around their base area here, so they had found me now. So I knew the only thing now I could do, pretty much, was to try to take my best loot, which wasn't very great, but at least I had some metal tools and some hide armor and a little bit of fertilizer I had made, and try to make a run for it. So I loaded up all what I could carry, a few structures I had as well, and figured I'd just try to make a run for it. At least maybe I could save that, because now that they had found my raft, it was only a matter of time before it was destroyed. Thankfully, I made it to dry land out of the swamp and was heading to a little hidden spot that I had known about in some really, really good thicket. Really, really good thick trees, thick brush, where really tight. Creatures can't get in here hardly. It's so much brush. Players can't see it overhead. You can't see it here at all. So This is a pretty good hidden spot I knew about. As long as the trees don't get knocked down, it's not bad. So my plan was, as I had been playing for hours and it was getting really late, I had to log off. My plan was just to simply log off here because I had to go, had to get some sleep, had to do some other things in real life. So as day one for me was drawing to a close, this was where we left it.
Well, the server's almost completely full once again. And wow, looks like nobody found us. Okay, well, that's good. Means at least we have tools to work with and some basic structure. Let me look at the tribe log real quick. Yes, I knew our raft. I knew our raft would be a goner. That's why I pulled everything out of it. Let's see, day 93. What day is it? Oh yeah, that's been a while ago. That's what I thought. Okay, that's right after we logged off. Perfect. Okay, so my sleeping bag, nice. I think what I'm gonna do is start a little basic primitive structure in here. I have some structure, some pieces, although I don't have any walls. Um, I need water, and that's a problem. Let's go see about getting some water real quick. I think I'm gonna make a little temporary base right in there. I want to make a basic 1x2 in that thicket. I know it's really hidden, and I don't think nobody will find me too easily. So that's the plan. Just to get some metal smelting and make another raft, actually. What do we need for this? Some more wood and some stone, of course. Kind of a change of plan. My plan was to use my raft, build a raft to kind of get there. But I came across this PT level 15, not bad. And then I also came across nearby there was an RG level 10. So I knocked it out as well. So I think we're gonna have a change of plans here. Um, I got a little prime meat for it. I think it'll be fine with that. But beautiful rain, I like it. So my plan is now then, forget the raft, because the one yesterday you saw I got stuck and just and end up getting getting raided and destroyed completely. But that's what I figured. So anyway, I was gonna build another raft, but then I came across this PT was decent level 15, and then I came across this RG. So I'm just gonna tame these guys up. No need to really have a raft right now. I mean, we might have one later. I'm just gonna have I'm gonna load the RG up with all my goods and still have 400 or 500 weight because he has already 400 weight. Um, Yeah, 400. So he should have at least that. So he'll be able to hold all my goods for my little hideout base. I'll kind of just leave a few basics there. I'll load him up, take him, and then just have him follow me on the PT. I can't ride him. I can't make an RG saddle. But I'll just follow, have the PT, have him follow me, and then, yeah, that's pretty much the plan. So he's coming along nicely. Yeah, and that should work. Yeah, so that's pretty much the plan. And then we're going to just, I'm probably, before I actually head over there, I'm probably going to, well, he's taming up there a little bit, maybe a little bit after him. I'm probably going to go ahead and make some base pieces, you know, pre-craft some of the walls and foundation and stuff. So make a bed, those kind of things. So when I get there, I can have that all loaded on the RG. Carefully fly over there, and then just make sure, I mean, I'll be able to throw it right down when I get there. Just tame just two more PTs real quick. And so I got one right on the hidden base. Look at that tree. And then the other one is still where I tamed it, so I'm just gonna leave it there for now. I need to go get some seeds. plant X seeds. I'm gonna try to fly over and get them. Hopefully, I'll be okay and get back without getting hit by anything, turrets or whatever, or players, wild creatures. Anyway, try to get some seeds, come back, and then pretty much just gather up my stuff and go. I think that's pretty much my plan. I got beds made. I want to make a smithy before I go. Probably a smithy and I need to make a smithy, a mortar and pestle, and a forge. I have enough foundations, I think, just to lay a base. Like, I don't have enough for walls, but I can work on that when I get there. I want to get over there because, with people around like that, you know, if they do find my base or if they kill my flyers, well, then I'm done. At least if I have something set up there with a bed, I can work out of that, work from there. If something happened, I mean, I have backup. That's why I got a couple of backup PTs and such. So this island stuff, there's a plant that grows over in here. But, oh, I think it's there. It is here. Nice. And these big guys, I like these big guys here. They probably killed. No, they didn't. There's a capro. I was gonna say they probably killed everything. He's gonna snatch me off of there, ain't he? I'm gonna be dead. My PT's gonna be dead. Where is he? Okay, maybe I'll leave my PT up here. Just try to run and do a little sneak run thing? Something? I don't know. Will it get killed here? It may get killed here, huh? I think if I leave it here, I'm thinking it's gonna be okay for a minute. Try to rush in here. Actually, let's just sneak, huh? Let's really sneak. And hope for the best here. What are you stopping for, guy? Pick. Pick. There's definitely a plant here. Come on. Can you not pick it or what? Is it lagging? There we go. There we go. There we go. 44. That's enough. Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Mission accomplished. Except getting back. But I think we can get back as long as we don't run into any people.